Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another game I played from Bad Deck Monday. You're seeing that Doom Decree got the tell, and that can only mean one thing. We are using Flipz, the greatest deck of all time, and we're going to see how this one goes here, going up against a player named frozenorphen, or I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you can see it's a Rayquaza Eelektrik deck. My opponent level balls for a Dynamo. And normally this is not a very good matchup for the Flipz deck. You know, Victini can't really V-Blast things. You know, you need 2 V-Blasts to knock out a Rayquaza. Once they get set up, they just kind of Dragon Burst you every turn. It's really painful when you use Mew EX because you give up 2 prizes. You start to run out of Gothitels really quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to need to get off to a quick start here and hope my opponent doesn't set up, that is for sure. It makes things worse that I really don't have any options to knock out my opponent's Eelektriks. Yeah, I just don't. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, I do have an Ultra Ball here, and I can go for any number of things, but like I said, I probably need to be aggressive in this game. I need to be kind of lucky. So, I'm going to go right for the V-Blast Victini. And here we go, V-Blast, no. So not the ideal start, you know, obviously the ideal start would be to flip 2 heads there with V-Blast. Of course, if you get both heads, it does 120 damage. If one or both are tails, it does nothing, and I believe my opponent just Junipered away 4 lightning energy. So, I'm like, really? That's happening here? This is frightening, to say the least. He's going to set up a Victini EX as well. Played a switch. I don't think he really needed to because that Sky Arrow was in play. But yeah, this is going to spiral out of control pretty quickly. He can Turbo Energize, get 2 energy on a benched Rayquaza EX, Dynamotor a bunch because there are a ton of lightning energy in his discard pile. And I'm going to start being Dragon Bursted every turn. And as you can see there, my opponent goes ahead and attaches 2 fire from his deck with Turbo Energize. And yeah, I'm just going to be in some major trouble from this point on. I'm going to be playing a computer search. We're going to discard the Psychic and either the DCE or the Prism. I decided to go with the DCE. And I need to get my Victory Star Victini into play. If I can flip a double heads here, I can actually knock out this Victini EX. I get 2 tails. It should be huge. Victini on Victini. Action here, and nope, my V-Blaster does not get the job done. My opponent says that last end was a sign. He got 5 energy and a Juniper. That's not actually bad with the RayEel deck. That's actually kind of what you prefer. I guess that's a sign that I'm going to lose this game. But, yeah, that V-Blast there would have been gigantic. Obviously, if I can get 2 prizes there by attacking for 1 energy, that is just huge. V-Blast is actually a pretty darn good attack when you think about it. But in this case, I was not able to pull anything off there, which is a bummer, but oh well. There's still plenty of game left. You know, nobody has taken a prize yet, but here comes the big old Rayquaza EX. He's actually going to catch her and go for the Victory Star Victini. I see a lot of people do this because, you know, they don't want me to reflip, which is understandable. But you might be better just going after my attackers in this kind of a situation. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and try once more to knock out that Victini EX. And I get a level ball. So that will allow me to get my Victory Star Victini. I played 2 of those. 2 of the V-Blaster. I actually did a bad deck breakdown with this deck a long time ago. And not much has changed. So here we go. V-Blast and, oh, 2 heads. See ya, Victini EX. Clearly, this Victini is superior. We're going to take 2 prizes here and actually take the lead. And there's actually kind of a clear game plan here to pull off a victory. Now, it's not too likely, to be completely honest. I mean, of course, it involves me flipping tons of heads. But I knocked out 1 EX, and I have a Gothitelle coming this next turn. And if I can get 2 heads on Doom Decree, I can knock out a Rayquaza EX, go down to 2 prizes. And then if I get another Doom Decree, hey, I can take all 6 of my prizes in these next 2 turns. So that's going to be the game plan here. I don't know how feasible it is to pull this off, but that is exactly what I'm going to have to go for at this point in the game. Looks like Rayquaza EX is going to rain on my parade here, start Dragon Bursting again, knock out my Victini, take me down, but Victini definitely served its purpose here with the V-Blasting and such. So props to the V-Blast Victini for getting the job done here. I'm going to promote my Victory Star Victini since Sky Arrow Bridge is in play. And I can Ultra Ball here for a Gothitelle. I should probably Random Receiver and try to get a Juniper. I really don't want... I actually don't care what my opponent has at this point. As long as I just keep drawing everything, that's the only way I'm going to win. He's going to be able to Dragon Burst every turn. So I don't really care about playing an N and getting rid of his hand. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Mew and a switch with Ultra Ball. Grab me a Gothitelle with Doom Decree. And we'll start flipping, man. That's what we do here with flips. We're going to grab Gothitelle, get that. Probably Random Receiver, go for a Juniper. I mean, why not? I don't want to end myself to 4. I want to keep drawing more and more and more cards. I need to get another Gothitelle out, because I'm anticipating this active one being knocked out. I can Super Rod in a Victini, and a Psychic. Why not, just in case my Victory Star Victini goes down. Juniper for a fresh 7, and hey, another rare candy to Gothitelle. I also have that EXP share on that other Gothitelle, so if the active one gets knocked out, I get the Psychic Energy on to my other Gothitelle, and here we go, Doom Decree. And another double heads. So another knockout on an EX, and uh-oh, we're down to 2 prizes here. I got 2 Gothitelles out. We got like 2 shots to win this game now. If we just knock out one more Rayquaza EX, this game is over. Doom Decree, you just flip 2 heads. If both are heads, you win. Or, yeah, pretty much you win. No, you knock out the defending Pokemon instantly. No ifs, ands, or buts. You just knock them out. It goes straight to the discard pile. It's a very powerful attack. Obviously not very reliable, since you need to flip 2 heads. But when it hits, man. It sent that Rayquaza right back to the discard pile where it belongs. But, you know, this game is far from over. I still need to flip 2 more heads to have a shot at this game, that's for sure. If I don't flip 2 heads, I lose. There's no way for me to really do anything, right? I just... What would I do? Nothing. I mean, it's really going to come down to the next 2 or 3 turns. Probably 2 turns, because I'm going to assume Mew gets knocked out at some point. My opponent promotes a Rayquaza EX with 2 energy, and yep, actually catches out the Mew EX, which I'm actually okay with. Mew is actually kind of a bait there. And now we have 2 Gothitelles, 2 chances to win the game with Doom Decree. Oh, baby. Here we go. Also, if my opponent were to bench an extra Pokemon, I could attach and then plus power and black magic for the win. We'll see if it comes to that. So, I don't know. Here we go. Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, the defending Pokemon's knocked out, and I win the game. This is it, folks. 2 heads, and we win. Let's go for it. I'm deciding whether or not to play supporter, but let's just do it, man. Doom Decree. We got it. We win. Flipz still is the greatest deck of all time. And this is the magic of Bad Deck Monday. Anything can happen with this deck if you just flip 2 heads. That is all it takes. That is this deck in a nutshell. So, thanks guys for watching. We'll have some more videos up for you soon. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this gave you some inspiration in the future for your bad decks. I'm Pooka here from the Top Cut. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.